Thank you for making your way to the video. If this is your first time here, please give it a thumbs up and a subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. Without any further ado, let's get into it. Keeping with the social distancing, we are doing today's interview via FaceTime, and what a guest we have on the line for us today. His acting career has just been blowing up in the last couple of years, and most recently, you may have seen him playing the role of Boyd Baxter on the hit Fox show Last Man Standing. Let's take a look.
Hey, I was just telling him about that little arts festival you want to take him to.
Sounds like fun, Dad.
Yeah, it is fun, but, so is fishing with your grandpa, so we'll go to the festival another time.
No, we're not going to go fishing. You're going to witness the birth of a rug. Come on.
So wait, are we fishing or not?
No,
Yes.
No. Your kid wants to go with you. I'm going to let you take him.
But he's looking forward to the fishing trip with you, so I am letting you take it.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
This is a weird fight.
Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for joining us, Jet JURGENSMEYer. How have you been spending your time during this social distancing?
Oh, goodness. I'm doing good so far. It's a lot of time with my parents. I've been able to see my grandparents a couple of times. I gotta try to keep my social distancing from them. But that's the great thing about technology. I'm able to keep up with my friends and family all over the country.
Last Man Standing Season 8 airing now on Fox. Jet, you're working across from one of the real legends in the industry in Tim Allen. What is it like working on set with Tim, and are there any stories that have stood out to you working on set with Tim?
Oh, my goodness. It's just like every day. Honestly, every day is a new experience. I love that he's able to keep everything so light and funny and happy. He's always cracking jokes. He's always on. And I always say I wish people could see the rehearsals of every episode because they're just so funny and so original, so authentic.
This past season, we saw Boyd taking on a lot of different challenges: photography, rock climbing. Which one of his skills are you most enjoying portraying, and what might you like to see added to Boyd's skill set in the future?
Oh, man. I really enjoyed actually the dirt bike. That was actually really fun to be able to kind of work on the dirt bike. Rock climbing was actually really cool because I love indoor rock climbing. I think it's really fun. So to be able to do that in part of an episode was really cool. And something that I would like to kind of have Boyd get into in the show that I got into in real life because of the show is ham radio. Mike Baxter, Tim Allen, his character, and Tim himself both have ham radio licenses. So my dad and I, we actually got our ham radio license together on set and got radios. So that's something that I think I'd like to see Boyd kind of get into.
Well, it's safe to say that Tim's character of Mike Baxter would be proud of your most recent music video, Parachute. What an amazing song that is. What a great track. We'll have the link to that in the description below. You got dirt biking on there, the plaid shirts. You've got the country music. Talk to me about recording that music video.
It was phenomenal. And I was really proud of it because when we came up with the idea of like doing stunts and things like that, especially on a quad like that, I was like, I gotta do it myself. I think that would be awesome. And I was able to, and it turned out phenomenal. And something that you actually said about Tim, aka Mike Baxter, being proud of music, Tim actually told me one day that he had looked me up on YouTube and watched a lot of my cover songs and some of my original music. One of my first week on the show, and I hadn't talked about it to anybody, and I was just thrilled. I was so excited that he actually took time to look me up and listen to my music. I thought that was really cool. But back to the music video. We filmed it on a friend's land out in California. He was kind enough, Kane, he was kind enough to have us out there and film, and it was just beautiful. It was the perfect landscape and the perfect feel for that song.
And the full album is available right now on Jet's website, jetjurgensmeyer.com/shop. It is his self-titled album. It includes the song Parachute. Taking a little bit of a deep dive into the rest of that album, what other songs are you excited for your viewers to check out?
Oh, goodness. One that's different that I'm actually really happy came out and turned out so well is Punk Kid Revolution, because it's a punk song, and it's totally different from any of the other music on the album. I'm really happy with how that one turned out, because punk songs might not seem it, but they're very difficult to try and get that right kind of feel from the music standpoint as well as the vocals. So I was really proud of how that turned out, and I'm really excited because we have an awesome music video that we want to film for Punk Kid Revolution that I think everybody would really enjoy.
I mean, let's be honest. You're dropping singles, acting, putting out albums. This from the music standpoint, how does it feel to just be living this right now? You're putting out music, you're dropping music videos, you're dropping albums. How's it feel?
Oh goodness, it's been a crazy ride, honestly, but a very fun and exciting one. And I'm very proud of the music that's on the album. I think it all turned out phenomenal. The musicians that played on it, my producer Butch Baker, everybody just put so much time and effort into it, and it turned out amazing. And I am really excited for the next round of music that we'll be releasing because I'm getting more involved in the writing standpoint of it, and I want to get more involved in the producing and kind of behind the scenes overall. So I'm really, really excited.
Well, let's talk about that music. So, I mean, you're really from an iconic location in country music, the home of country music, Nashville. You performed at the Nashville Palace when you were just 3 years old. In your opinion, from someone who's been in that for, well, many, many years now, over a decade, what is the most important thing that makes a good country music song, in your opinion, Jet?
You know, Nashville is such an awesome place to grow up and have that music in your blood, really, because whether people say it is or not, it's definitely, it's buried in me to the end. What makes a good country music song, though, I would say it'd have to be the story. Because if you come to a writer's night or a writer's round here in Nashville, and you listen to these writers who've been doing this 30, 40, 50 years, talk about songs that they wrote and just tell the story behind it or who they wrote it with. You're like, you wrote this song with somebody who's one of the most famous people in country music now. Like, it's just, stories can make music phenomenal, and to hear a story from a country song, I think just makes it all the better.
One of your co-stars that you've been very complimentary of in the past, Sabrina Carpenter. You worked with her on Adventures in Babysitting. What is it about Sabrina? I mean, obviously you've had sort of similar careers. You're both in acting, you're both in music. What is it about Sabrina that you've looked up to as a role model in her career?
You know, she's always been kind of like a big sister to me. I'm an only child, so actually everybody on that shoot, we were together for 2.5, 3 months. So we all became actually very, very close, and we're all very tight knit and like a big family. But Sabrina, she's always been very positive, and she's always been very happy. And whenever she's home or whenever I've been able to see her, she's just herself. She doesn't put on a show for anybody in the sense that she doesn't pretend that she's somebody unless she's acting. So I just like that her whole family is very, very well-rounded and very sweet, and just a good group of people to be around and hang out with.
Lots of kids are just discovering the stage at this point in their career when they're your age. What advice do you have for them if they want to get into acting, if they want to get into music? What kind of tips do you have?
You know, I always say you have to be very passionate about it. It's definitely something that'll wear you down, both music and acting. You'll get rejected. You won't get every role that you like. Trust me, everybody goes through that. I've been through that way too many times. But it's all worth it. My parents and I always say everything happens for a reason, and I truly believe that. Because, I mean, it's so much fun once you do get that one role or be able to perform on that big stage in front of however many people. It just, give it your all no matter how big or small it is, and I promise you it'll turn out to be good in the end.
All right, we do want to go and make our way over to the TikTok and ask you a fan question. Let's go ahead and check that out right now.
I have a question for Jet. What is your favorite movie you've been in? So yeah.
Oh my goodness, that is such a good question. Wow. I mean, I've been acting since I was 4, so there's definitely a lot of projects I've worked on that have been very fun. But I would say the one that I've had the most fun with and been the closest to is actually Adventures in Babysitting. Because to this day, we all, in some group, we still get together or text each other, keep in touch, especially during a time like this when we're all on our phones constantly. So I would say Adventures in Babysitting or Legends of the Hidden Temple. Those were some pretty fun films that I had a blast doing.
All right, we're going to do some rapid fire questions here for you.
I'm ready. Hit me with it.
What is your favorite app, Jet?
Guitar tabs. I use it for all my cover songs.
Your favorite movie?
Star Wars, Return of the Jedi, or Sandlot, the original.
Favorite musician?
Oh, that's such... Oh, Ed Sheeran.
Favorite food?
Bacon or sushi?
Celebrity crush?
Oh, man. You know what? Probably Scarlett Johansson because of Black Widow.
Jet, thank you so much for spending some of your time with us today. Guys, all of his information is in the bio below, so be sure to go and check all of that out.
Thank you very much for having me. Thank you so much.